Cumulative frequency graph. Find the frequency from the graph. You will find this on page 687 in the Namibian Ordinary Level Mathematics textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Let's look at an example. They will give you the graph and you have to find the frequency from the graph. But let's start with the question. The cumulative frequency diagram shows the weekly amount spent on food by 100 families. Okay. Use the diagram to find to the nearest Namibian dollar the median. Now remember the median will be Q2, the middle value. So if you look there, you will basically, let's just get a ruler. Okay, it will basically just be this, and where it cuts, it will go down. Okay, and if you read it down, just remember, this was 400, 500, so this is going to be 100, so everyone is 10. So if I look at this, let's just look at the answer. Oh, it's first just the question. So let's just go to the answer. It's going to be 560. Can you see? 550, 1 on 560. The upper and the lower quartile. Again, do the same. The upper, okay, first find the lower. So it's a quarter of 100, so which will be 25. Now remember, that will be 30. Okay. Let's just get my pen correct. That will be 30. So 25 will be exactly in the middle there. Where it cuts, I will just go down. Okay, and then this answer, I don't think it's so straight. Okay, remember 510, 20, 30. Let's just see if my line was straight. 500 there, 530. There is your answer. Can you see it? Okay, let's just underline it. Okay, and then the next one, so go back. Q3, so it's 3/4, so 3/4 will be at 75. So remember there is 70, so 75 will be exactly in the middle there. And then again, I just go down. So it looks like 1 on from 600, so it will be, it's in between, it looks like in between. My line is a bit thick, okay. So it seems to me, if my line was thinner, it will be, let's just show you. It will be 605. Okay, let's just go back to the question. The 60 percentile. So it's 60% of 100, which will just be 60. Again, my line's a bit thick. But there where it cuts, I just go down. Okay, so 550, 60. It looks like 570, but let's just see my line. Okay. So 575 if my line was a bit thinner. And then the interquartile range, remember, it's Q3 minus Q1. So that is going to give me then 75. Okay, let's go back. Work out the interquartile range. That's what we did. The range is 500. Write down the interquartile range as a percentage of the range. So let's just go. The range okay, so let's just see here. So that's 75 out of the 500. And to make it a percentage, I just multiply 100%. And that will give me 15%. Okay, so just use that answer, and they are giving you the total. And then make it a percentage. But now, actually, I wanted to show you in this example the next one. Let's just go back. They say, copy and complete the table for the whole graph. Now, remember, they want the frequency, but they are giving me the cumulative frequency. Okay, so it's almost the reverse. To find the cumulative frequency, what did I do? I was adding up the frequencies. So what is the reverse process of addition? It's subtraction. So basically, I will first write down my cumulative frequency, and then I will subtract the two values, the two values, the one on top, the one below, to find my frequency. But let's do that. So first thing, I just have to find, okay, at 400, it's 0. Can you see? So at 500, so first write down, can you see? But remember, I'll show you now. So at 500, where is it now? At 500, it's going to be that value. Can you see it there? Can I show you? Okay, let me just reverse the lines now. So it's going to be almost like at 500, and then I'm reading down the cumulative. So basically, if I just go, I will just say this is 10, then this is going to be, remember, this is counting, so it looks like this is going to be 10, 12, 14. Okay, but let's just see if I'm correct. So that's going to be 14. But remember this cumulative. Okay, so let's go back. So at 600, do the same, draw a line at 600. Where it cuts the graph, just go like this. Okay, and at 6, so it's going to be 70. It looks like 72. Let's just see. There, 72. Can you see that? And so you go on. So at, incorrect side. Okay, so at 700, and do the same, just draw the line up where it cuts, just go like this. So this is 92, it looks like 94. Okay, there's 94. And then at 800, up. Let's just. And at 800, it's going to be 90, and now it looks like 98. 98. No, sorry, I just too far. It looks like 98. Let's just go. It's look 98, and then the top is 100. But now I want to show you this, and this is for me important that you notice this. So if I want the frequency, the first one is 14. To get this frequency, I just take this bottom one and I subtract the top one, and I get 58. Take the bottom one, subtract the top one, 22. Bottom one, subtract the top one, 4. Bottom one, subtract the top one, 2. And how can you check to see if you are correct? Just add up all of them, and that must give you the total frequency, and that's often 100. Okay. And then they ask you, which is the modal class? It's the one with the highest frequency. Now, which one is having the highest frequency? It looks like that, 58. Let's just go back. Okay, so the highest frequency is this one. So it's going to be, can you see, the 500 to 600. Okay, the highest frequency one. And then now they go on, let's just ask the next question. Calculate an estimate of the mean. Can you remember? Estimate mean. Now first, I have to find that mid values. Can you remember how we did that? We just add the 2 and divide by 2. So what will that be? Okay, let's rather take red. That will be, so first find your mid values. Add up, divide by 2, 550. Add up, divide by 2, 650. Add up, divide by 2, 750. Add up, divide by 2, 850. And now so now I just multiply it every time with the frequency. Okay? So multiply, 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 multiply. And then I just add that up, all the top, and I divide by the total frequency, and it's 572. That's also from previous work. Okay. Now stop the video and try now 34 number 1. You can continue the video as soon as you are finished. Okay, let's start. The height of 100 students are measured. The results have been used to draw this cumulative frequency. Now find the median height. Let's just make it a bit bigger. So if I want to find the median, okay, I'm just going to control this. Okay, 34. To find the median, okay, so it's number 1A. The median, I just have to read it down from my graph. So can you see? So from my graph, the median, it will be half of the frequency. Oh, just get a ruler. Here's my ruler. I still will not pick it up. Okay, it picked it up. Until, and there where it cuts, make sure the line's a bit thick. Okay, so remember this is going to be 55. So it seems to me every 2 blocks, I have to make it bigger that you can see better. So every 2 blocks is going to be 1. So it's going to be, it's 174. It looks like 17, it's 1 back. So if I look at that one, it's 174 centimeter. Let's just move it down. So Q2 equals 174 centimeter. Okay, then the next one, what did they ask me? Let's just go back. Oh, let's just look up. Down, the lower quartile. So the lower quartile, let me first mark it for you. The lower quartile is going to be at 25. It's a quarter of the total frequency. I just want to do it also in red. Seems to me I'm struggling with this. And red. And it's at 25. My pen ruler is not picking up. There it is now. Okay, so this will be 165, 166, 1, it looks like 16, but no, I think it's more. It can either be 166.5 or 167. So 166, 167. According to my graph, 167. So what was that? That was the lower quartile. And that is going to be 167 centimeters. Okay, and then the third one, the interquartile range. Now, if I ask you the interquartile range, can you see here the interquartile range? You first have to find Q3. So, this was my answer. So, if I look at Q3, let's first find Q3. It's 3/4 of the total frequency, which will be 3/4 of 100. It's 75. We're going to read it down. So, look at 75. Now, let's just change my color. Okay, so it looks like 176, it's going to be 177, 178. So it looks like 178, 178.5 centimeter. Okay, and now I can find my interquartile range. So my and that is going to be now, let's just make it like this, it's 178.5 minus 167, and that is going to give me, okay, so let's just see, that is going to give me 11.5 centimeters. I just want to quickly control something. So it's 178.5 minus 167, and that's going to be 11.5 centimeter. That's 100% correct. Okay, and then the next one, the last one. What is it? The number of students with a height greater than 177 centimeters. Can you see? Greater than 177. Now, first I have to find 177. So 177, okay, let's just see. That is 176. Okay, so let's just draw a line first. So 176, I just want to make it a bit bigger. See if we will draw that line better. Okay, so 177, 6, 7. Just my ruler. 6, 7. Okay, until it cuts. And where it cuts, I'm going to draw it down to this side. So this is going to be 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like 67. So I'm going to say, but remember, greater. So they are not looking for the bottom, they are looking for the top. So I'm just going to say it's going to be 100 minus that 67, and that will be 33 students. Remember, in the exams, they look on your graph. So they have a range, but they also look on your graph. There's not an exact answer. Okay, but you must be in the range. Okay, then the next one. So let's just look at the next one, the next question. I think it's on the next page. The frequency table shows the information about the 100 students who were measured. Use the cumulative frequency diagram to copy and complete the table. Now, remember, if you have this diagram, first I think we have to copy it. But remember, it's cumulative on the graph. So you must first find the cumulative. So if I look at this, I will now see how many. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think I'm going to take out, make this a bit bigger. Okay, so this is going to be the height. And this is going to be the cumulative. Remember, you're first going to find the cumulative frequency, and then you can find the frequency. Okay, so basically, and what was the heights? Let's just write it down. They're giving it to you, so it's 150 to 160. Okay, it's actually, let me rather write it nice. So this is going to be 160, this is going to be 160, and it's going to be 170. This is going to be 170, and this is going to be 180, and this is 180, and this is 190. Okay, so the cumulative frequency, now we have to go back to the graph. Okay, so the first one is 1. Okay, now I'm going to use my graph again. So at 160, so I'm going to use green, so just my colors differ a little bit. So I have to draw it up, and I have to draw it there. Can you see? And it looks like in the middle. So that will be, okay, let's just see if I was correct. Let's just make it a bit better. Yeah, it can be in the middle. Let's rather just go to the 1. So make it 11. Okay, I'm just going to write it down first. This is 11. Then at 170, do exactly the same. Up, up. And where it cuts, I'm just drawing it. And that is going to be 35. And then it's going to be 180. Okay, now I have to make it smaller. So at 180, let's just move it down. Okay, so at 180, it's going to be it looks like it's going to be 85. And then the final one at 190, that's the top, it's going to be 100. Okay, so let's just fill in these values, 11, 35, 85, and 100. So let's just fill it in. It's the cumulative. So it's from the graph. So this was 11, this was 35, this was 85, and this was 100. And now, if you want to find the frequency, the first one is just rewriting. This one, you say 35 minus 11, and that will give you 24. Okay, I think let's do it in another color, that it stands out. So 11, this will be 24. Then 85 minus 35, that will be 50. 100 minus 85, that will be 50. Okay, very short. Can you see? 50, 15. So we just were busy finding that too. And then the final one, calculate and estimate. So this was the first one. Then the second one, let's just move this up, down. Okay, so a second one, calculate an estimate of the mean. Now, can you remember, if you want to find the mean, you first have to find the mid values. Now, how do I find the mid? I add it up, I divide by 2, so it's 155. I add it up, I divide by 2. 160 plus 170, divide 2. What will that give? 165. This is my mid values. I add it up, I divide by 2, 175. I add it up, I divide by 2, 185. Okay, and then basically what I do, I'm just going to find my mean. I'm just taking that mid value and I divide it by the multiply it by the frequency. Mid value multiply the frequency, mid value multiply the frequency, mid value, just put a bracket like this, mid value multiply the frequency, and then I divide it by the total frequency, and that will be 100. So I will get, if I was getting just the brackets first, and I divide it by 100, and that will give me 171.9. Okay, centimeters. And then the last one, explain why the mean height is an estimation. Okay, why is that? Because you don't know how many of that 11 is in between. Is it now 151 or 152? You made an estimation there. Do you see? And due to that estimation, that is the reason. Let's just get it on again. Okay. Due to the estimation, that's the reason why.